Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Morgan. So today I just wanted to do a book review on a book that I recently read. And I'm going to be doing a review on Klara and the Sun. Now, I don't think I'm going to be truly reviewing a lot of books that I've read, like giving them their own video. I literally am only going to be doing this to books that either I thought were groundbreakingly phenomenal or absolutely terrible. That's kind of what I have decided. And the verdict for Klara and the Sun is that it was devastatingly terrible. I mean, like, it got to a point where I'm just like, what the fuck am I reading? I don't know if you guys felt that way, if you guys have read this book, but oh my god, it was like a chore. It was a fucking chore to read this book. I did not enjoy this book at all. And it's funny because I didn't buy this book. I actually found one of those little free libraries that are around different people's areas. And I went to one, I gave a book. I actually gave the second book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is what, Good Girl, Bad Blood? Yeah, so I gave Good Girl, Bad Blood, and I got Klara and the Sun. And I was so excited to see it there because it was and is still in amazing condition. It looks gorgeous, beautiful, amazing. Everything's great. Like, there's no marks, there's no scuffs. It was like fucking crazy when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, this is mine now. So I was excited when I got it. And I was looking forward to reading it. And it just made me really upset when I was like halfway through the book and I was like, what the fuck am I reading? This is so boring. I could die. Like, I was bored out of my fucking mind. It's crazy. Let's see. So Klara and the Sun, it is, before I read it, what I knew about it was about our main character who was an AI, Klara, and she is supposed to be like helping raise this child, and it's supposed to talk about you know, what is love, who can love, you know, can AIs feel love, give love, receive love, understand love. That's kind of what my mind was at when I started reading this book. And now that I look at this book, I'll read it. It says, from her place in the store, Klara, an artificial friend with outstanding observational qualities, watches carefully the behavior of those who come in to browse, and of those who pass in the street outside. She remains hopeful. A customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges that her circumstances may change forever, Klara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. In Klara and the Sun, Kazuo Ishiguro looks at our rapidly changing modern world through the eyes of an unforgettable narrator to explore a fundamental question. What does it mean to love? So, you know, I was looking forward to it. I was like, okay, this could be cool or whatever. This is not my kind of book. I don't read books. I don't read a lot of contemporary books or books where, like, it's not fantasy or not sci-fi or not a crazy plot. Like, I don't read a lot of books like that. So whenever I do pick one out, I am like, you know, on the fence, but am still hopeful because it's something different. This was just every way bad. It was just terrible. I was just reading this and I was just like, okay, now what? Like, the best part of this book was, I'm sure, if you guys hated it as much as I did, then I'm sure you guys will agree, like, the best part of this book was that turning point when we learn that the mother's plan is to make Klara become her daughter when her daughter dies. And that was fucking weird. Like, when we got that moment where that information was discovered, I was like, hold on. If this is a truly if this is truly a turning point in this book, and we actually go kind of cuckoo in the next part, this could be a good book. And they did it. It just ended boring and stupid. And I hated the whole, when Klara was like, oh, let me just ask the sun. Bitch, the sun is the sun. Are you okay? Like, like I kind of hoped, I feel like whenever I read a book that's about nothing, I always am hoping that they're gonna put in some crazy fucking plot line, like, you know, the sun is actually a thing and it's actually, you know, makes dreams come true, and, you know, or that, you know, the world is fucked up and it's not what Klara thinks, something crazy, something fucking weird, and it just wasn't. It was just boring and lackluster and a waste of my time. Only reason I finished it was because I was already like halfway through and I did not want to DNF another fucking book this year. And it wasn't, you know, let's see, it was literally 300 pages. So I was like, Morgan, push through. So I pushed through. I think something that could have been changed to make this book way better was if, what was that kid's name? Is it the kid actually died? I forgot her name. I don't know. Josie. If Josie actually died and Klara actually became Josie, that would have maybe gave it a 3 stars. But this shit's not a 3 stars. It's like a 1. It's a fucking 1. It was terrible. I'm sorry. I did not enjoy it at all. I kind of want to read a review. Like a 5 star and a 1 star, just to see what the fuck, if I'm like missing anything. Am I crazy? Is it me? Am I the problem? What the fuck? Okay. I couldn't put it down. An examination of the beautiful and terrible human condition by way of a robot. This book was trash. Don't read this. Do not. I repeat, do not read this book. It was so bad. And it's annoying because it says, from the best-selling author of Never Let Me Go and the Remains of the Day, a stunning new novel, his first since winning the Nobel Prize in Literature, about the wondrous, mysterious nature of the human heart. You're just like, oh, okay. Terrible. Don't read this book. Trash. But it's funny because I also have Never Let Me Go. I have that in my TBR on Goodreads. Like, I have that as a book that I want to read. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll read that. Because at least in that one, like, when I read the synopsis, like the actual plot, it was kind of, it gave off creepy vibes. Like, shit was actually going to go down. Whereas in this book, it didn't really, you know, it didn't create false promises. I guess it didn't. You know, it didn't say like, oh, what is this? Something's about to go down. It didn't really say that. So, it was trash. I hate this book. I don't really want to own this anymore. I have a Pango, so if you guys want to buy this from me, please buy this from me. A lot of my books are on Pango. I'll leave my Pango in the description. But, yeah, it wasn't my favorite. And let's see. Now let me read a 1 star. So we can just see. So we can be on the same fucking. So I can just hear from people who agree with me. Incredulous to unbelievable to bored to disappointed to almost. Sorry to my dear partner who adores this book. That's funny. It says, this book to me though was something different. I kept pushing to complete this but decided to throw in the towel at 59%. I really disliked the reading experience. Unbelievable in every which way with a stilted story and awkward prose. I did not feel Klara represented artificial intelligence in a realistic way, and if I'm honest, I wanted to bitch slap her. Funny. That's funny. Yeah, it was just terrible. Don't read this. I don't recommend this. Someone take this from me. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.